Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight we're here to talk about Emilie Kiser. She is fully back to posting content on her TikTok, and I had a few thoughts about how she has rearranged her current content versus what she used to post. And she's also been responding to the negative feedback that she has received upon her return to being consistent and posting her day in the life, get a coffee with me, Sunday reset, so on and so forth. So I had a few thoughts about it. If you're interested, please keep watching. Alright you guys, so I will link the other videos that I've made about Emilie down below in case you have no clue who she is, why I'm making this video, and need more context or want to know more. Check the description box for that. But she is back. She is back to posting consistently. She kind of did a slow comeback, and her first video was on the 20th of September, and since then she has posted pretty consistently. There's been a conversation happening about her comeback, and as I've said before, you know, she lost her son. It was a tragic accident. She was not present for the accident. Her husband was not doing what he should have been doing, which was watching their toddler. And it cost the boy his life because there were multiple things that were missed, like pool fence, pool gate, making sure that you have the eyes on your kids all the time. Like, it's a layered conversation. There were a lot of things that should have been done that were not done. And I've seen people upset that she has come back to social media. It's almost like people think if you lose your child, you lose your right to post online. You should have your TikTok privileges taken away, which is just really weird. I don't think that anybody should have their platform canceled because something tragic happened to one of their children. I also don't think that they should be completely removed from commentary spaces, because if you're still posting publicly, then it's everyone's business to kind of consume and react to if they choose to. There have been quite a few people making videos kind of like reacting to and criticizing the way that she is grieving, saying that she's not saying enough, saying that she's saying too much, saying that, you know, it's all an act. Like, I have no opinions about that really, but the one thing that I took away from her video that she posted, which of course I will share, is that she is choosing to no longer share her infant who was born just shortly before this tragic accident with her toddler happened. She's choosing to no longer share him because she lost her toddler. And when I heard that, what I took it as was, I lost one child, so I'm choosing to no longer post the child that is still here. And that kind of sat real funny with me, to be quite honest. As I've covered family vloggers for years on this channel, could you imagine if the only thing that parents had to go through to stop, you know, oversharing and exploiting their children online was for one of them to lose their life in a tragic accident, and then they would take their other kids off of social media? That seems like a very weird logic. You, in my opinion, should have been able to come to that conclusion on your own. It should not have taken a loss of a life to say, oversharing about my children to strangers online is blatantly wrong. I feel sorrow for her. I do feel bad. Nobody should ever have to go through this immense amount of grief and pain and heartache and loss. Nobody deserves that. I don't understand why it took this to protect your other child.
I don't even know if I'm gonna end up posting this video, and I'm gonna try to keep it like short and sweet, but I am very much grieving, and I'm very much going through a lot right now. just want to say, like, you are seeing such a small sliver of my life right now. I'm not sharing my kids anymore. Therefore, I'm not sharing Teddy, and I'm not sharing Trig. I'm doing my best, and I'm showing a very small portion because I'm not ready to share other things. I'm not ready to talk about other things, and that is okay. Those are the things that I am unpacking in my therapy sessions and with professionals and with my family. Those are not things that I think I should be coming on the internet and unpacking with millions of people. And I know that there are so many things that I could be talking about right now. Trust me, it is on my mind with what happened to Trig, but I'm not ready. And while I feel ready to return to work and some sense of normalcy, I am not ready to talk about anything about what happened to him. Very much processing the loss of my son. But I still think it's important to share this because I'm just not ready. And like, I kind of tried to set that boundary when I first came back. Everyone is entitled to say what they want about my grief journey, my behavior, but I also want to give you the perspective that no matter what, you are not seeing the full scope of things. I'm sharing the moments that I can bear to film and that I want to film because it kind of helps me step out of my reality for a second and do my job, which I very much enjoy. I genuinely enjoy content creation. That's why I do it. And I sometimes forget that because of social media, we've warped this perspective of people's lives that we genuinely feel like we know them and like we know what their whole life looks like, when in reality, we're seeing maybe like 5% of someone's life, and it's what they choose to share. So right now, I'm choosing to share the days that I'm getting through. I truly just want to give the perspective that, like, unless you have lost someone and gone through grief, you will not understand what you would do or how you would act because you just have never had to be in that position, and I hope you never have to be. I mean, everybody loses someone or something at some point in their lives, but losing a child is literally the worst pain, and I would not want anybody to go through it. For people to say, if this were me, I would just be crippled and I would be thinking about them all day and I wouldn't be able to continue on. Do you not think that everywhere I look in my house, I don't see my child? His photos are everywhere. His artwork is everywhere. I love that because he's my child and I never want to forget him. But I'm not showing that on camera. I'm not showing you all those things. I'm literally just trying to do anything to bring a little bit of joy to my life right now. So I don't know. I know I don't need to get on here and necessarily like defend myself, but literally could not be further from the truth of my life.
As many of y'all might know, I've covered family vloggers for many years on this channel. In my stance when it comes to parenting content online is I'm here for it. I like it. I think that if you are a parent and you have a question, a concern, you want to find a sense of community and build something around that. I think that idea is absolutely amazing. I'm here for it. 10 out of 10, round of applause, love it. But there is a way, and I know this for a fact, there is a way to build that community without exploiting and oversharing about your child or children. And there are content creators out there that make parenting content and you have never once seen their child or children. So I know that it's a possibility, but what these parents have seen is what so-and-so did before them and they copy and paste it. And we now are just living in this cycle of a bunch of random kids being shown on timelines and forced into an algorithm because their parents decided to exploit them instead of making parenting content without showing them to the world for consumption. And the last thing that I want to say about Emilie in this video is that her being aware of parasocial weirdos did not happen because the loss of her toddler. She knew about it long before. She has addressed it long before. She has allowed it to be known that people were oddly obsessed with her pregnancy and when's the baby coming and what's the baby's name and so on and so forth. She was well aware of that. So let's also not act as if parasocial weirdos is a new concept because of this tragic incident that happened with her son. She knew about it. She continued to overshare and, put way too much out about him. And it took that child losing his life for her to choose to no longer share her other child on social media. So that's how I feel about everything. Of course, like I said earlier, I will drop in her video for context in case y'all aren't on TikTok. Totally valid. I've said that a million times. But this whole thing just, it's a little bit of a crossroads for me personally, because I'm an empath. I can feel sorrow for a situation, but I can also understand why it's upsetting and worth criticism at the same time. And that's just how it goes around here. But I think that's it for today. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.